Good morning, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Just got done doing the Ethereum and Dogecoin videos, so make sure you guys watch those. Let's dive into Cardano. Let's dive into Cardano today, guys. If you watched the video yesterday for Bitcoin, I was telling you guys that I was moving my buy limits up. I did get in here at $1.04, just right around $1.04 yesterday. We'll be showing that to you guys. But what I want to be focusing on in this video is how was I able to make this call? How are you guys able to get into trades like this in the future? And then when are we expected to drop? So that's really what you guys really need to be focusing on today as far as Cardano is how do you get into these moves again? And if you did, when are we looking to exit? And if you did not get into Cardano on this move and you're like, I need the best trade setup to get into this, I'll show that to you guys in this video. So it's gonna be really, really good. All right. So the trend exhaustion, I want to start here. I don't know, I didn't make a mistake in the last video, but I said that the trend exhaustion, the price versus money flow is going up on August 1st. Now it's not going up on the website. Like obviously we have this on the website already. So I wanted to clear something up. If you guys go to tradeconfident.io and then just go over to the indicators tab, you guys can get the trend dashboard here. You get the trend exhaustion right here, the buyers versus seller, the pressure is like all the price versus money flow. Here's the indicators. Yes, they're all going up August 1st. If you guys want to come over here and snag that, okay? Get it if you want. Awesome. So what I did to help me call this move in here is I was looking at the trend exhaustion down here because historically when we get down to these low levels to the bottom red zone, that's when I was looking to see spikes in the market. We saw it happen over here and we saw it drastically happen over here, okay? And then we also saw it happen over here on the price structure as well. So last 1, 2, 3, 4 times this has held true. And I was actually looking at this on Bitcoin yesterday. And so, this is about a 5-6% jump. But yesterday I ended up getting in here at about $1.04. Let me show that to you guys real quick so you can know that I'm actually telling the truth here. It was at $1.04, 1.0463. So I took a trade about $1,200 on that, and then I also took a trade about $1,300, $12.82 on Dogecoin, and I got in at 16 cents on that. You guys can watch the video. Dogecoin is up about 20%, 18 to 20% this morning, and up about 10% on this trade. So basically, we did what the S&P 500 does an entire year. We just did in the last 24 hours. So if you guys are watching, subscribed, and definitely if you guys have this indicator, you guys were easily able to get in here and take profit and make a good deal of money. So let's switch over to this. Where am I looking to exit this trade and where I think it can start heading down? And then I'm going to end the video to give you guys the best trade setup if you want to get into Cardano and you guys, you're like, oh man, I missed out on this. No, you didn't miss out. I'll give you guys a good trade setup here, okay? So price versus money flow is moving up here. I really like this because it's telling me that money's flowing into the market as well as price structure. What I am watching for, to be honest, guys, is I'm watching the trend exhaustion here. If this gets back up into this top red zone, I'm going to be looking to possibly take some profit. Now, I am going to be very honest with you guys. I am watching these metrics over here like a hawk when it comes to ADA because this is what I used to enter the trade as well. And I'll go over exactly why this gave a perfect trade setup yesterday so you guys can use these to call future setups. But if we start getting back up here, I want to just visually show this to you guys. Last time we got up there, we saw an incredible drop, and this just dropped like a stinking rock down here about 23% before we started moving up, a drastic amount. Let's go back over here and take a look at this. This did overextend itself a little bit, and then we saw a bit of about a 10% drop, and then we see this move over here where we saw a very nice drop in the market. So this is held very, very true for us, about a 12% drop. Very true when we get up into the top red zone. This is where I'm looking to sell. If you guys want this indicator, that's awesome. It's in the description. It's also in the first comment of this YouTube video. Go ahead and get that. Prices will be going up. All right, let's move over to metrics. So looking at the metrics today for ADA, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when you guys are going to have all these metrics update for you. Literally, this updates every single day. I run this on an incredibly secure server, 99.9999999% uptime every day. Every single day through the weekend and weekdays, this updates flawlessly, okay? The emotional index. Let me show you exactly how to read this, how I read it yesterday, and why I got into the trade. First thing I looked at as I looked at the overall emotional index of the market. There is not another indicator metric out there like this. You have the fear and greed index by CNN that they come out with a lot, but it only gives fear and greed in a few other dials. I really believe we have the best metric in the crypto market that gives you guys an idea of what the market feels and also correlates to whales. And I'll show this to you in a second. We got down into this anxious and the fearful section, and we were sitting down here. When people are anxious and fearful, it is when the price is dropping out, and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if we're going to keep heading back up. This is why I ended up putting a buy order in here, because I saw a lot of anxiousness in the market, and I know whales and institutions buy down here, okay? I'll prove that to you in a second. Long versus short trades. This is very interesting as well. when this updates in about an hour and a half here, I do believe you guys are going to see maybe a little bit of an uptick on this green line. I believe. I actually don't know, to be honest with you guys, what it's going to be. So I'm watching this. If this gets an uptick on green and the short trades stay the same, this is very good news for us in Cardano here that the price could keep going up. So make sure you're watching that very closely. Okay, long for short trade risk. This told me yesterday that we were looking for a great long trade. We actually got a great long trade over here, but the other metrics weren't as powerful as they were yesterday. Because when we got down to the great long section over here, we also saw that we were down into the fearful section and other metrics I'm going to show you guys here, as well as the psychology of a market style, and especially because we were at an incredibly strong support, which I'm also going to show you on the metrics. This is why I entered this trade. So let's move down here. More confirmation of why I entered in. I knew wells and institutions were buying this. I've gone over and I've shown this to you guys. If you look at simply the top 10 richest Bitcoin addresses right now and wallets, they are all buying right now. Grayscale's buying right now. The wells are buying. Sentiment, Glassnode, CryptoQuant. We are all reporting the same information on this. We are showing wells buying this dip, and they made a great deal of money on this. Also just came out and showed that the Rothschilds ended up purchasing into a Grayscale fund, and part of that $5 million out of their $1.4 billion was actually Ethereum. Okay, just pointing that out there for Ethereum. I'm a very strong advocate for Ethereum and Cardano right now. Just if you guys want my top 2 picks, Ethereum and Cardano, those are the ones I'm in, and actually Dogecoin too. I know some of you guys might not like that, but it's doing well. Made 20% in the last 24 hours. Okay. I'm watching that. Let's take a look at this to tell us where we could start heading back down once we start jumping. Now, if you guys come up here, obviously we're on ADA. This structure support resistance at 121 is honestly where I'm looking at. This also correlates to this. Well, basically, when the price is up here, it's a resistance, and now it's support, and now it's a resistance. So past support equals future resistance. So future resistance, past support, could also show us about $1.20 looking to head back down. Take a look at this here. If we come up to $1.20, that is a very strong level. I think the strongest level we have in here for ADA before we start seeing a lot of moves down is $1.28 and $1.30, right around this level. Now, if you look at this on the chart, that's up here. We have a bounce right here, $1.29. Watch over here to the right-hand side. Okay, we have a bounce here, we have a bounce there, we have a bounce here, and we have a bounce down here. This is a very strong level where I am going to be looking to take some profit, about $1.30. If the metrics come out right around when we're up at this area of about $1.20 and it doesn't look good, that's also where I'm going to look to take profit. I promise you guys I'd show you the best trade setup, so give me a second and I will go over that. Dollar cost average buys. This has been historically just a great place to look to buy the market when it dips down. Watch this over the next few days. Obviously, we're not going to call the bottoms every single time, but it's done incredibly well calling this bottom, calling this bottom, calling that bottom, and we may not be done actually heading down. So when these metrics update here, make sure you guys are following that. Also, what I'm looking for as far as an exit point for ADA is this metric right here, simply the exit points. It called the drop perfectly here, it called it here, it called it there, it called the drop here, it called the drop here. So I am looking, when we start heading back up here, to exit this trade using this exact same metric, which is called the exit points. And obviously, we're in a death cross. All right, so those of you who are in, watch these metrics very strongly. If you guys want this, it's $49 a month. I will be upping the price, and I'll grandfather everyone in if you guys want to get in now. So that's over at tradeconfident.io. Let's go over to the front page of tradeconfident.io where you guys can get into a trade right now for any of these top currencies that I'm calling, okay? Let's go over Cardano. Here's what I'm calling. Now, I don't suggest, this is not financial advice. Some of you guys are going to do this. I know you're doing it because we have a bunch of green candles here. Some of you guys are seeing this go up. You're going to get FOMO and you're going to buy in. Okay, I know some of you are going to do that, so I'm going to talk to you, but I'm telling you guys, I would not look to buy this right now. Honestly, I would wait for the dip back down. Everything that goes up will dip back down, okay? But if you're going to jump into a trade right now, here's what I would, non-financial advice, tell you if you were a hedge fund coming to me and asked, what's the best trade setup you could take right now? We're currently sitting at a price of $1.16. Very close to $1.17, which puts us at this yellow line right here. This is something I've been calling out on the chart for about a few days here, about a week here. If you want to come in and do a market order right now, what I end up suggesting for you guys is if you have $1,000, you break this up into 4 equal segments of $250 each. Find the white line, that's the live price at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in the morning. The 4 yellow lines, listen carefully, the 4 yellow lines right below the white line is where you can put 4 buy limits. So let's use this for example. $250 at the first yellow line at 117, $250 at the second, $250 at the third, $250 at the fourth. This will give you incredible risk management in case we start heading back down. every time we come down and we hit a buy limit, take a look at this. As the more buy limits are hit, your break-even entry price will go down, giving you a more favorable position and a better risk to reward ratio. This is how I trade. This is how Grayscale trade. This is how a lot of institutions and whales trade, is exactly trading with dollar cost average. And these entries are very good. These are Fibonacci zones. These are quarters theory zones. They're support resistance. They're bot trading zones. They're whole number zones. Like, these are very well put in here of where I expect the price to bounce the fastest when we hit this. So you guys don't have to take and handle drawdown a lot. That's why I created this for myself, for hedge funds that, I'm talking to, for those of you guys who are emailing me that are trading with hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. This is where I'm highly suggest you spend your time. This and the metrics to help you guys call these entries, because we're all sitting up about 18% right now. If you guys watched the Dogecoin video yesterday, and then I think we're up about 8% this morning on, I'm sorry, a little bit more. We're actually up about 11 to 12% on ADA. So that is a full overview, guys. I hope you really enjoy this. Again, you guys can get a membership over at tradeconfident.io. You get access to all these metrics here that we're helping calling the jump, as well as the trend exhaustion is an incredible indicator to have on your charts. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. God bless you guys so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll come out with videos here probably Friday. I'll try to go over Ethereum and Dogecoin again, but ADA and these other coins, I won't be updating you guys over the weekend, so make sure you guys just have these indicators, or just get a membership over to tradeconfident.io. I promise you guys it will be so worth it for you, and you guys can follow the metrics over there. All right, guys, we'll see ya. Great job on the profits. Thanks for subscribing so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.